Hi friends, this is Manikanta Prasanna Kumar. Welcome to my channel Maths with Money. You can follow me on my Facebook page Maths with Money. Regarding myself, I cleared RRB NTPC and also SSC CGL, and I am selected as Customs Inspector in CGL 2017. Hello friends, welcome to the revision of formulas, and these videos are very useful for the aspirants who are appearing at 2019 mains CGL, which was starting from November 15th onwards. Okay, so that's why, as this is mostly useful for SSC CGL guys, so I am telling all the formulas in English. Okay, uh, and in this video I'll tell you all the formulas related to algebra. Okay, and in the coming videos I'll tell you the remaining formulas in geometry, mensuration, and also trigonometry. Okay, before writing the mains exam, you have to revise the formulas by watching these videos. That's it. Okay, so let's start with algebra. So basically algebra means it's regarding basic definitions of polynomials, equation, degree of polynomial, zeros, and like that. Okay, so first I'll tell you, whenever in any problem there are variables, if number of variables are m and number of equations are n, then m minus n are the number of independent variables. This is one of the basic concept in algebra. For suppose if in the question, if x plus y plus z is something given 10 and xy plus yz plus zx is given something, and find the value of x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to how much? For suppose it is 12 or 18, like this. Okay, for suppose. Then how do you solve this? We have some formulas, but using this concept, how can we solve this? There are two equations. And how many variables? X, Y, Z, 3 variables. So how many variables are independent? 3 minus 2, 1. One variable is independent. You can take or you can assign any value to one variable. If I put Z is equal to 0, then what happens? X plus Y equal to 10. And here z equal to 0, these two cancel, and xy equal to 18. Then if I substitute z equal to in the question, given question, it is 0 and it is 0. So you have finally find the value of x cube plus y cube only. If I know the value of x plus y 10 and xy is 18, then you can easily find the value of x cube plus y. So this is the one of the basic concept and basic formula in algebra. Okay. And the next thing in algebra is remainder theorem. What is remainder theorem? If there is a polynomial f of x is divided with or is divided by x minus a, then the remainder is f of a. There is an expression, and if I divide the expression with some linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder directly I can write it as f of a. Okay. Or factor theorem. What is factor theorem? If f of a, this remainder is equal to 0, then this x minus a will be the factor for the given expression f of x. This is factor theorem. Remainder theorem and factor theorem, both are very important. If f of a is 0, then x minus a is factor, or if x minus a is factor, then f of a is equal to 0. Okay, this is another important thing. And coming to quadratic equations, next in algebra, for most of the competitive exams, what is important? Quadratic equation, that is a degree is 2. That is very important. Let's see. For suppose there is a quadratic expression which is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Then what are the roots of this quadratic equation? Alpha or beta, which is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac under root by 2a. And we can tell the nature of the roots of this expression by using a discriminant. What is discriminant? B square minus 4ac. If the value of discriminant is greater than 0, then we call them the roots as real and rational, real and unequal, or real and unequal. If delta is less than 0, then we can say that the roots are imaginary. If delta is equal to 0, then we can say that the roots are real and equal. So on the basis of the discriminant, we can tell the nature of the roots, whether they are real and unequal or equal or imaginary. Okay. And these are the roots alpha comma beta. From this we can tell you sum of the roots alpha plus beta equal to how much? Minus b by a, and product of the roots is equal to alpha beta is c by a. Not only these two are important, there is one more thing, that is a difference of the roots alpha minus beta is also important, that is square root of b square minus 4ac by a, where alpha is greater than beta. This is much greater than beta. Okay, first one is greater and second one is smaller. So these three formulas are important in the case of sum, product and also difference of the roots. Is it clear? Next, whenever if there is a alpha which is a root for ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, if alpha is root for this quadratic expression, quadratic equation, definitely if I substitute alpha in place of x, definitely it satisfies the given equation a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equal to 0. This should be satisfied. Okay. Next, there is one more important thing in the quadratic equation, that is whenever a surd a plus root b is one root, then definitely a minus root b should be the other root. Quadratic equation means definitely it has how many roots? Two roots. Okay, if a plus root b is one root, then definitely a minus root b is the another root. Similarly, if the roots are imaginary, a plus ib is one imaginary root, then definitely a minus ib is the another root of this quadratic equation. Okay, and the next important thing in the quadratic equation is a common root. For suppose there are two quadratic equations a1x square plus b1x plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x square plus b2x plus c2 equal to 0. If these two equations has a common root alpha, okay, if they have a common root alpha, then the condition or the condition to those, the condition for those two equations have common root is a1 b2. Observe the thing here, a1 b2 minus b1 a2 into b1 a2 into b1 c2 minus b2 c1 is equal to c1 a2 minus c2 a1 whole square. This is the condition for two equations having a common root. Okay, and in this quadratic equations, if a common root, we have a corollary that for suppose alpha is a common root, alpha is a common root for two equations like this. Baga observe cheyandi, x square plus bx plus c equal to 0 and x square plus cx plus b is 0. If alpha is a common root for these two equations, and the equations are in the form of x square plus bx plus c 0 and x square plus cx plus b 0. That means coefficient of x and coefficient of a constant are interchanging, then the condition is b plus c is equal to minus 1. This is one of the most important thing in the common roots. Okay, if these two equations, for suppose in the examination, if x square plus 6 ax plus b is 0 and x square plus bx plus a is 0, if these two equations have common root, then which of the following are true? Which of the following is true అంటాడు. ఆప్షన్స్ లో ఎలా ఉంటుంది? a plus b equal to minus 1, a plus b equal to 0 and a plus b equal to plus 1 and a equal to b. Like this we have four options, and which one is correct? First option is the correct answer. So without solving anything, if you remember that formula, you can easily solve this. Okay, and one more thing in quadratic equations, that is quadratic equations with required roots. For suppose alpha comma beta the roots of f of x equal to 0, then 1 by alpha comma 1 by beta the roots of 1 by f of x, f of 1 by x, and similarly alpha square comma beta square are the roots of f of root x, and similarly minus alpha minus beta are the roots of f of minus x, and some other things also there. Alpha plus k and beta plus k are the roots of f of x minus k. For suppose here minus alpha minus k and beta minus k are the roots of f of x plus k. Similarly, k alpha, k beta are the roots of f of x by k. Similarly, alpha by k, beta by k are the roots of f of kx. How do you remember these things? Don't worry, if the roots are in the same format, 1 by alpha, 1 by beta, or alpha square, beta square, like this, then what you have to do? 1 by alpha should be equal to some x. Okay, 1 by alpha should be equal to x. Now tell me what is the value of alpha? 1 by x. So f of 1 by x is the equation, quadratic equation with the required roots 1 by alpha. For suppose I'll tell you a new thing. Find if alpha comma beta are the roots of f of x, then find the quadratic equations with roots 1 by alpha square, 1 by beta square is what? Okay, what you have to do, like this, 1 by alpha square should be equal to x. Then what is the value of alpha? 1 by root x. What is the value of alpha? 1 by root x. So f of 1 by root x is the quadratic equation with the roots 1 by alpha square and 1 by beta square. So this is one of the most important thing in SSC CGL mains exam. Okay, in quadratic equations. And the next one is cubic polynomial. Some of the in some sheets you may get a question on cubic polynomials. Okay, for suppose there is a cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. A polynomial equation whose degree is 3. It is the general equation, general format. Here you have to remember 3 formulas. One is sum of the roots. Since its degree is 3, definitely we have 3 roots, alpha, beta, gamma. Sum of the roots alpha plus beta plus gamma is always equal to minus b by a. And product of the roots, product means alpha into beta into gamma, it is equal to d by a. Okay. Sorry, minus d by a. Okay. Next, sum of product of any 2 roots, that is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, which is equal to c by a. Student, alternate minus plus anamata. Okay, ikkada minus b by a, ikkada c by a, ikkada minus d by a. Okay, na? So these 3 formulas are very important in case of cubic polynomial. These are sufficient in case of quadratic equations and a polynomial equation whose degree is 3. Is it clear? Next we have maximum, minimum. Maximum and minimum. So maximum, minimum questions can be asked in quadratic expressions and also expression having more than degree 2 also. Okay. But here you have to remember some few points in maximum, minimum. Okay. What are those few points? The first point is there is a quadratic expression ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, this quadratic expression has maxima at x is equal to minus b by 2a and it has maximum value which is equal to 4ac minus b square by 4a. But to get or to have the maximum value, definitely a should less than 0. This quadratic expression has maximum value when a less than 0, and the maximum value is at x is equal to minus b by 2a, and the maximum value is 4ac minus b square by 4a. And similarly, this quadratic expression has minimum value when a greater than 0, that means the coefficient of x square is greater than 0, and at the same value at x is equal to minus b by 2a, and the same value, the minimum value is 4ac minus b square by 4a. So please remember these values, at what point you are getting the minimum value or maximum value, and what is the minimum value and maximum value. But here the condition is very important. It is based on the value of coefficient of x square. If it is less than 0, you will have maximum, and it is greater than 0, then you will get minimum. Is it clear? Next, some other points, that is next, second point. The minimum value of x plus 1 by x, minimum value of x plus 1 by x is always 2 for all positive values of x, and maximum value of x plus 1 by x is equal to minus 2 for all negative values of x. These 2 points are also important. And another one is the minimum value of ax square plus b by x square is always equal to 2 root ab for all the values of x, minimum value of ax square, because here we have x square. So if the value of x is positive or negative, x square means you will get positive value only. So that's why whenever if you want to find out the minimum value of ax square plus b by x square, it is always equal to 2 root ab. Okay. And next, third point. Whenever sum of two variables is some constant, sum of two variables x plus y is constant or k, then the maximum value of product of the variables, the maximum value of x, y is obtained at x is equal to y equal to k by 2. Since we have two variables k by 2, okay, and the maximum value, how do you find out the maximum value? You have to substitute these values here, k by 2 into k by 2, that is k square by 4. Similarly, if we have three variables, sum of three variables x plus y plus z is equal to k, then the maximum value of product of the variables, maximum value of x, y, z is obtained at x equal to y equal to z equal to k by 3, since three variables are given, and the maximum value is k by 3 into k by 3 into k by 3, or k by 3 whole cube is the correct answer. This point is also very important. In the exam, you may get like this: if x plus y plus z plus a is equal to 16, then find the maximum value of a into x into y into z, like this. Since here sum of the variables is given as constant, and what you have to find out product of all these variables. So since 4 variables are there, 16 by 4 whole power 4. That means 4 power 4. 4 power 4 means 16 square. Yes, that is 256 is the exact correct answer. Within less time, you can easily solve this. You can understand easily. Next, that is third one. Next, if you observe the fourth point, that is, if product of the variables is some constant, if xy is some constant, product is constant, and the minimum value of xy, minimum value of sum of the variables is obtained yet x is equal to y is equal to square root of k. Since here only two variables are there, you have to take square root. If here 3 variables is given, then you have to take cubed root. 4 variables are there, you have to take fourth root. Okay, and the minimum value is 2 times of square root of k, because root k plus root k. Similarly, if product of three variables is given constant, then minimum value of x plus y plus z is obtained at x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to cubed root of k, and the minimum value is 3 into cubed root of k. Is it clear? This is another important formula you have to remember. Is it clear? And the next one is algebraic identities. But before the algebraic identities, I'll tell you most important formulas which are asked in CGL mains from 2017 onwards, that is simplifications and ratio and proportions. After that, I'll tell you all the formulas related to algebraic identities. Let's see. Simplification. Whenever we have the questions like 2 into 3 minus 8 divided by 14 plus 2 into 7 minus 6 plus 4 divided by 6 plus 4 bracket closed and minus 3.123, like this. There are this type of questions were asked in SSC from 2018 onwards, in prelims and also mains. Okay, how do you solve these type of problems? Using one and only one rule, that is V-Bodmas rule. V-Bodmas, that is vinculum or bar, and B is bracket, O means of, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Using this, you have to solve the problem. That is first thing. And the second important thing is conversion of non-terminating and recurring decimals to fraction or rational numbers. Non-terminating and recurring decimals to rational numbers. How do you convert a non-terminating and recurring decimals into rational number? For example, there is a number 2.35 bar. It is a non-terminating recurring decimals. It is equal to 2.35353535 and so on. You have to convert this number into a fractional number or rational number, which is in the form of p by q. How do you convert into it? How do you convert that number? I'll tell you some points of non-terminating recurring decimals, which are in the form of maybe 0.ab bar or 0.abc bar. That means after decimal directly you have a bar. That is one thing. Okay. And the second thing is 0.ab bar. After decimal there is a one number. After that we have a bar. Okay. For suppose otherwise there are two numbers after the decimals. Next we have a bar, 0.abc bar or 0.abc bar. We have a bar on two numbers after one decimal. Okay. Is it clear? These are some of the non-recurring, non-terminating and recurring decimals. Okay. How do you find out these values? Let's see. Whenever we have 0.ab bar, which is equal to ab by 99, I hope all of you know this. In 7th, 8th or 9th class also you learned these things. How many numbers have bar after the decimal directly, then that number of nines have to be substituted here. Here after the decimal directly we have three numbers have bar. So what is the answer? ABC by 999. Clear? When we have bar not after the decimal but after the number which is after the decimal. Okay, then how do you find out? AB minus the number which is not having the bar, A, by 90. Why I am taking 90? Because 9 means because only one number has bar. That's why I am taking only 19. And after the decimal only one number is there. That's why I am taking only 10. Please listen carefully. These are very, very important. When I have 0.abc bar, then how do you find out this? ABC total number minus the number which is not having the bar, that is AB, by how many numbers has bar? Only one number. So I'll take only 19. And after the decimal, how many numbers has no bar? two numbers, so two zeros. Is it clear, all of you? I hope all of you understand this. Okay, I'll tell you one more thing. Suppose, for example, I'll give you an example. Otherwise, let's see this. 0 point ABC bar. Here ABC minus A, because A doesn't have any bar, by here two numbers has bar, that's why I'll take two nines, and only one number has no bar, that means only 1 0. ABC minus A by 990. Is it clear, all of you? Okay. And one more thing, let's see. I'll take an example. 0.3457 bar. You have to convert this number. You have to convert this number into a fraction. Let's see. LRI 3457 minus 34, because 34 has no bar, by two numbers. Two numbers has bar, so two nines, and two numbers has no bar after the decimal, so two zeros. So 3457 minus 34 means 3423 by 9900. This is the fractional form or rational form of this non-terminating and recurring decimal. Very, very important thing. Okay, you may get a question from using these things. And one more thing, for suppose without decimal, if a number has bar, A bar is nothing but minus A. For suppose if you have 0.23 bar, then definitely you can write it 23 by 99. But if you have 2 bar means which is nothing but minus 2. Okay, is it clear? All of you understand? For suppose if you have A bar dot B bar, A bar point B bar, how can you write this? A bar plus B bar, 0 point B bar. Yes or no? A bar dot B bar means A bar plus 0 point B bar. A bar means minus A and 0 point B bar means B by 9. So this is the rational form of this number. Okay, after the decimal you have bar, then you can easily write down in this format. Okay, decimal tarvat, after the decimal if you have, these are the things you have to remember. Without decimal, if you have bar, then you have to remember this. A bar means minus A. Okay, this is about simplifications. One is B BODMAS, and next point is a conversion of non-terminating and recurring decimals to rational numbers. Next, ratios and proportions. It is very, very important. First, I'll tell you proportionals or proportions. Whenever three numbers are in proportion, then A by B is equal to B by C. If this condition satisfies, then we can say that A, B, C are in proportion. If A by B equal to B by C, then what is the value of B? Root over AC. And this middle value is called as mean proportion. And this third number is called as third proportion. Okay. And for suppose if four numbers are in proportion, then A by B is equal to C by D. A by B is equal to C by D. And the fourth number is called as fourth proportion. In our exam, you may get a question like this. There are numbers 10, 7, 6, something, x are in proportion. Then what is the value of x? So out of four variables, one is one you have to find. Three variables will be given. Okay. Is it clear? And next one. In the proportions, you have to remember 2 points. One is, if four numbers A, B, C, D are in proportion, and when a number x is added to each of them, if x is added to each of them, no, 1 minute. Four numbers A, B, C, D are in proportion when x is added to each of them. So initially A, B, C, D are not in proportion. After adding x to each of the number, that means A plus x, B plus x, C plus x and D plus x, these are in proportion. After addition of x to the given numbers, they are in proportion. Then what is the value of x? This is very, very important. AD minus BC by B plus C minus a plus b. This is the direct value of x. I am telling you the direct formula. Okay, please remember. And for suppose a, b, c, d are the four numbers and they are in proportion when x is subtracted. When x is subtracted to each of them, then the value of x is equal to minus of this. Minus of this means ad minus bc by a plus d minus b plus c. This is subtracted and this is added. Okay, in the same case, if three numbers are in proportion, three numbers are given, then also we have direct formulas. Okay, I'll tell you those are also. If three numbers a, b, c are in proportion, when x is added to them, then what is the value of x? ac minus b square by 2b minus of a plus c. Similarly, if x is subtracted to those numbers, then they are in proportion, then what is the value of x? ac minus b square by a plus c minus 2b. Okay, this is about three numbers are in proportion. Okay, while coming to ratios, if there are two ratios a by b and c by d are equal, not only these two ratios are equal, there are some other ratios which are equal to the given ratio. What are those? Product of these two under root by product of denominators under root. Similarly, MA plus or minus NB by NC, MB plus or minus ND. M and N are some constants. Not only that, the square root of A square plus C square by square root of B square plus D square. It is also same value with the given ratio. Not only that, if I square, then take square root. Otherwise, A cube plus C cube under cube root by cube root of b cube plus d cube. It is also equal to the given ratio. Similarly, for suppose there are three equations or three ratios which are equal, c by d and also e by f, all the ratios are also equal to ace under cube root, because here three variables, by cube root of bdf. Similarly, ma plus or minus nc plus or minus le by mb plus or minus nd plus or minus lf, which is also equal to a square plus c square plus e square under root by b square plus d square plus f square. Very, very important these things. Okay, this is about ratios. How do you get a question like this? Whenever there is a value a by b and c by d is equal to sum 2 by 3, then find the value of a square plus c square by b square plus d square. What are you doing here? Square. So you have to find the ratio of this square, 2 by 3 whole square. Why? Because square root of this is given as the given ratio 2 by 3. Then what is this value? 2 by 3 whole square. Okay. So you may get question like this. And there are other formulas like componendo and dividendo. There is a ratio a by b and c by d. After applying componendo and dividendo, a plus b by a minus b is equal to c plus d by c minus d. Okay, if and only if. If it is this, then it is there. If it is this, then it is there. Okay, so this is about componendo and dividendo. Is it clear? All the formulas are very, very important. In the same thing, on the ratios and proportions, we have some important models or important formulas like whenever if x is equal to 2 into n into ab by a plus b, then x plus na by x minus na plus x plus nb by x minus nb is always equal to 2. For suppose there is x is equal to 6ab by a plus b, then find the value of x plus 3a by x minus 3a and x plus 3b by x minus 3b. It is equal to, always equal to how much? It is equal to 2, because in place of n, if I substitute 3, 2 into 3, 6ab by a plus b. So that's why this is one of the important formula you have to remember. Next formula is, if x is equal to a plus b plus c by 2 and x minus a, x minus b is to x minus c is equal to L is to m is to n, then a is to b is to c is equal to, a means you have to take these two values, m plus n is to L plus n is to L plus m. Very, very, very important thing. Okay, whenever there is a value x is equal to something and x minus a, x minus b, x minus c ratio is L is to m is to n, then what is the value of ABC? A means you have to take these two values, B means you have to take these two values, C means you have to take these two values. Is it clear? ఫ్రెండ్స్, చిన్న బ్రేక్ అనుకోండి, ఇది ఏం లేదు. మీకు సర్కిల్స్ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది 20 వీడియోస్లో చెప్పడం జరిగింది అండ్ మొత్తం 22 hours అండ్ ద కాస్ట్ ఈస్ 200 rupees. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద పెయిడ్ కోర్స్. సో మనం బేసిక్గా జామెట్రీ అండ్ 2D మెన్సురేషన్ ఫ్రమ్ పాయింట్ దట్ ఈస్ లైన్స్ అండ్ యాంగిల్స్ నుంచి పాలిగాన్స్ వరకు చాలా క్లియర్గా చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే సర్కిల్స్ కూడా కవర్ చేశాను, బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ పెయిడ్ కోర్స్. అండ్ మనం దాంట్లో ఎన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కవర్ చేసాము అనేది చూసుకుంటే, సో చూడండి, మనకి ప్రతి కాన్సెప్ట్ కూడాను ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, అలానే 2011-18 to 18 CGL మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరిగింది టాపిక్ వైస్. ఓకే, సో 29 క్వశ్చన్స్, 40, 43, 56 టోటల్ 168 క్వశ్చన్స్ దాకా చెప్పాం. అండ్ టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ అవర్స్ ఇస్ 22 hours. సో మీకు ఇక్కడ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చెప్పే ముందు ప్రతి టాపిక్ కూడా ఫుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది క్రిస్టల్ క్లియర్గా. ఓకేనా? సో మీకు ఈ మొత్తం వీడియో కోర్సెస్తో కావాలి అంటే 200 rupees. అలా కాదు, ఓన్లీ ఈ క్వశ్చన్స్కి సంబంధించిన PDF కావాలి అంటే ఇట్ ఈజ్ ఓన్లీ 40 rupees. ఓకేనా? టోటల్ 166 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ విత్ కీ మాత్రమే ఉంటుంది. నో సొల్యూషన్స్ ఆర్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ విత్ దిస్. కీ విల్ బి దేర్. ద ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అండ్ ఆల్సో CGL మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆన్ దీస్ పర్టిక్యులర్ టాపిక్స్. ఓకే, ఈ కోర్స్ మీరు తీసుకోవాలి అనుకునే ముందు మీకు డెమో వీడియోస్ అనేవి 3 ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా? వన్ ఈజ్ ఆన్ పర్పెండిక్యులర్ కార్డ్స్ అండ్ అనదర్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఆన్ సీకెంట్స్ అండ్ అనదర్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఆన్ పెయిర్ ఆఫ్ సర్కిల్స్. ఓకేనా? ఈ 3 డెమో వీడియోస్ చూడండి, చూసాకే తీసుకోండి. ప్రతి టాపిక్ కూడా లైక్ దిస్ చూడండి. మీకు సర్కిల్స్ బేసిక్స్ తీసుకున్నారు అనుకోండి, ప్రతి దాని మీద కూడా మీకు 4 వీడియోస్ ఉంటాయి. పార్ట్ 1, పార్ట్ 2, పార్ట్ 3, పార్ట్ 4. ఏంటేంటి అంటే ప్రాపర్టీస్ అంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది, అండ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అనేది 1 or 2 వీడియోస్లో ఉంటుంది, అండ్ 4th one అండ్ లాస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్, ప్రీవియస్ మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. అలానే మనం ప్రతి టాపిక్ కూడా చెప్తాం, కార్డ్స్ కానీ అదర్వైజ్ ఇన్ టాంజెంట్స్ అండ్ సీకెంట్స్లో కానీ. ఓకే, అండ్ పెయిర్ ఆఫ్ సర్కిల్స్. మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్ ఇన్ సర్కిల్స్ ఈజ్ పెయిర్ ఆఫ్ సర్కిల్స్. అందువల్ల మనం పెయిర్ ఆఫ్ సర్కిల్స్కే మనం కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్పడానికి 3 వీడియోస్లో నేను చెప్పాను. ఓకే, అండ్ ఫర్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చూసుకునేసరికి 2 వీడియోస్ ఫర్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అండ్ 2 వీడియోస్ ఫర్ ప్రీవియస్ క్వశ్చన్స్. ఇలా మనం మొత్తం కూడా డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరిగింది. సో ఎవరైతే ఈ సర్కిల్స్ కోర్స్ తీసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నారో వాళ్ళు ఎలా పర్చేజ్ చేయాలి అంటే గూగుల్ పే కానీ అదర్వైజ్ ఫోన్పే కానీ. ఓకే, నెంబర్ అనేది 9490882754. ఈ నెంబర్కి మీరు ఆ అమౌంట్ పర్చేజ్ చేస్తే 200 rupees ఫర్ కోర్స్ అండ్ 40 rupees ఫర్ PDF. ఆ PDF అనేది ఆటోమేటిక్గా కోర్స్ తీసుకున్న వాళ్ళకి ఇస్తాం. ఓకేనా? మీరు ఓన్లీ PDF కావాలి అంటే 40 rupees పే చేయండి. అదర్వైజ్ లేదు మా కోర్స్ కావాలంటే కోర్స్లోని ఆల్రెడీ PDF అనేది ఇంక్లూడ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? అండ్ ఈ కోర్స్ పర్చేజ్ చేసేవాళ్ళు అంటే వీడియో కోర్స్ పర్చేజ్ చేసేవాళ్ళు మాత్రం ఖచ్చితంగా మీ మెయిల్ ఐడి అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా ఈ నెంబర్కి వాట్సాప్ చేయాలి. సో ఆ మెయిల్ ఐడిని యాడ్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. దెన్ ఓన్లీ యూ కెన్ వాచ్ దోస్ వీడియోస్. ఓకేనా? సో నౌ విల్ గో టు ది మెయిన్ వీడియో. Next we have algebraic identities. We have so many algebraic identities. So once we'll revise all the identities with first second degree identities. Second degree. What are those identities? A plus B whole square, which is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB. Everybody can say this. A minus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB. And if I add these two things, this formula is also important. A plus B whole square plus A minus B whole square. What is the answer? If I add these two, these get cancelled and 2 times of A square plus B square. If I subtract these two, that means a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square, it is equal to how much? 4ab. So I have to remember these identities definitely. Okay, then only you can solve the problems within less time. And there is one more identity which is very much easy, that is a plus b into a minus b is always equal to a square minus b square. Okay, another one. For suppose if AB is equal to 0, then A is 0 or B is 0. Okay. For suppose if A plus B is 0, then of course B is equal to minus A. If A square plus B square is 0, then A is 0 and B is also 0. Very nice models, these three. Whenever product of the variables is 0, then either of the variable is 0. If sum of the variables is 0, then one variable is equal to the negative of other variable. If sum of the squares of the variable is 0, then definitely both the variables should be 0. Is it clear? Very nicely. And next, second degree but 3 variables. Let's see. A plus B plus C whole square. Most of you know this. What is that? A square plus B square plus C square plus 2 into AB plus AC plus BC. Similarly, in case of 3 variables also, if sum of the squares of the variables is 0, then definitely all the variables should be equal to 0. Okay. Next, 4 variables. 4 variables. That means A plus B plus C plus D whole square, which is equal to how much? A square plus B square plus C square plus D square plus 2 into AB plus AC plus AD. Okay. Next, BC plus BD. Next, CD. That's it. This is the direct formula for A plus B plus C plus D whole square. Here also, if suppose square of the variable, sum of the squares of the variables is 0, then of course all the variables are equal to 0. Is it clear? All these are second degree identities with the 2 variables, 3 variables and 4 variables. Next, third degree with 2 variables. What are those? A plus B whole cube, which is equal to A cube plus B cube plus 3AB into A plus B. And A minus B whole cube is A cube minus B cube minus 3AB into A minus B. Okay. If I add these two, then what is the value you will get? You will get 2A cube into 3AB square. Yes. So I'll take 2A common, A square plus 3B square. If I add these two. Okay. If I subtract these two, then what is the value of A plus B whole cube minus A minus B whole cube? 2B take a common, B square plus 3A square. Okay, this is addition, this is subtraction. And next important formulas in cubic identities is A cube plus B cube and A cube minus B cube. A cube plus B cube means A plus B into A square minus AB plus B square. A cube minus B cube means A minus B into A square plus AB plus B square. You have to observe the formula very clearly. If I have plus, then here plus. If I have plus here, here minus. Here, if I have minus, here minus. If I have minus here, then here plus. Is it clear? Whenever you have a confusion in the formulas, please remember like this. And next important, very important for CGL mains exams, that is 3 variables cubic identities. One is A plus B plus C whole cube. What is the formula for A plus B plus C whole cube? A cube plus B cube plus C cube plus 3 into A plus B into B plus C into C plus A. So this is the direct formula for A plus B plus C whole cube. But what is important for our exam, that is CGL exam, that is A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC is always equal to sum of the variables a plus b plus c into sum of the squares of the variables minus sum of the product of all the variables. This is the direct formula for this value. I can also write down this value as of into a plus b plus c, that is sum of the variables, into sum of the squares of the difference of the variables a minus b whole square, b minus c whole square and c minus a whole square. These two formulas are very important. Whenever if a, b, c values are given and you have to find out this value, take this formula. For suppose in the exam, if you have sum of the variables and sum of the product of the variables and sum of the squares is given, and you have to take the first form. Okay. From these two equations, I can tell you one thing. Whenever a plus b plus c is 0 or a equal to b equal to c, then both the equations are equal to 0. If a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is 0, then I can write a cube plus b cube plus c cube is always equal to 3abc. This is important. Whenever sum of the variables is 0 or whenever the variables are equal, then this equation definitely satisfies. Is it clear? Okay. Next, what I can say one more thing. So since these two values are equal, I can write this value as this. Yes, like this, sure. A square plus b square plus c square minus of ab plus bc plus ca is equal to half of a minus b whole square plus b minus c whole square plus c minus a whole square. And one more thing, whenever a square plus b square plus c square, sum of the squares of the variables is equal to sum of the product of any two variables a, b, b, c plus c a, then of course a equal to b equal to c. Okay. If or suppose in the exam, if a square plus b square plus c square is equal to ab plus bc plus ca, then find the value of 6a plus 3b minus 4c by 2a minus or 2a plus 4b minus 8c. What is the value? Find the value of this. How can you find out this value? Since a square plus b square plus c square equal to ab plus bc plus ca, definitely all the variables should be equal. So a equal to b equal to c. So 6a plus 3a minus 4a. How much? 5a by 2a plus 4a minus 8a, that is minus 2a. A cancel, minus 5 by 2 is the correct answer. Is it clear? Okay. So this is very important. There is one more thing. Whenever if a, b, c are three consecutive integers and such that a is greater than b is greater than c, that means if b is for suppose x and a is consecutive means x plus 1 and c is x minus 1. If there are three variables like this, okay, then a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is always equal to 9 times of the middle number. What is the middle number? X. For suppose in your exam, if a equal to 555 and b equal to 556, okay, and c equal to 557, okay, c equal to 557, then what is the value of a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc equal to how much? 9 times of the middle number, 9 times of 556 is the direct answer. That's it. Why? Because they are consecutive natural numbers, whether they are in increasing or decreasing order. Okay. Next, fourth degree identities. What are those identities? A plus b power 4. It is simple, a plus b whole square. Again you have to square. Okay, similarly, a minus b whole to the power of 4 is a minus b whole square to the square. So I don't want to tell you that. But important thing here is a square plus ab plus b square into a square minus ab plus b square is always equal to a power 4 plus a square b square plus b power 4. Definitely you will get a problem using this formula. In your exam, this value will be given and this value will be given and you have to find out this value, or you have to find out ab value, or you have to find out a square plus b square value. Very, very important formula for CGL mains exam. Is it clear? Next, in algebraic identities, we have some perfect models for our exam, mains exam. I'll tell you those things directly. You have to remember the formulas directly. Okay. So in that, first one is whenever a plus 1 by b is x and b plus 1 by c is y and c plus 1 by a is z, then ABC plus 1 by ABC is equal to product of the given values minus sum of the given values. Very, very important. In this, I'll tell you one corollary. What is that? A plus 1 by B and B plus 1 by C and C plus 1 by A. If all are equal, then ABC plus 1 by, ABC, then ABC is equal to plus or minus 1. These three are equal, then ABC equal to how much? Plus or minus 1. If they are given some values, then ABC plus 1 by ABC equal to how much? XYZ minus of x plus y plus z. Is it clear? Okay. Next, second model. If a number difference of its reciprocal is b and this number minus reciprocal of this number is first number a, then 1 by product of those two numbers is equal to number of the variables. How many variables are there? Two variables minus of number of variables. If a minus 1 by a is b and b minus 1 by a is a, then 1 by ab is minus 2. Okay. Suppose there are three variables like this. A minus 1 by a is b and b minus 1 by b is c and c minus 1 by c is initial number a. Then cyclicity చూడండి, a ki b, b ki c. Then 1 by ab, 1 by bc, 1 by ca. Addition of all these values equal to minus of number of variables 3. So minus 3. Is it clear? For suppose in the exam like this. Suppose if a minus 1 by a is b, b minus 1 by b is c, c minus 1 by c is d and d minus 1 by d is a, then 1 by ab plus 1 by bc plus 1 by cd plus 1 by da plus 1 by ac plus 1 by bd. That means a reciprocal of sum of each two variables product, okay, is equal to how much? Minus of 4, because 4 variables are there. This is the important thing in algebra for tier 2 candidates, okay. Next, another important. If sum of the variables a plus b plus c is x and sum of its reciprocals, that is 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 1 by c is y, then a by b plus a by c, b by a plus b by c plus c by a plus c by b is equal to product of the given values xy minus 3. Okay, xy minus 3. And another one. If a plus 1 by b is 1 and b plus 1 by c is 1, then a by 1 by b is a plus 1 by b 1 and b plus 1 by c is 1, then definitely c plus 1 by a is also 1. Then c plus 1 by a is also 1. Is it clear? Next important. Whenever some numbers, some of the numbers A, B, C, D and so on Z are in AP. Some numbers are in AP. Then 1 by AB and 1 by BC, 1 by CD and so on, 1 by XY plus 1 by YZ. You have to find out this value. How do you find out? 1 by common difference. Since they are in AP, definitely we have some common difference CD, common difference, into 1 by first term minus 1 by last term. Is it clear? For suppose there are multiplication of three numbers, same A, B, C, D and so on, Z are in AP, and 1 by ABC, three numbers taken, 1 by BCD and 1 by CDE and so on, 1 by WXY and 1 by XYZ. What is the value of this? 1 by C minus A. Here you have to take last term and first term of these three numbers, C minus A. C minus A, not common difference, C minus A into 1 by first two terms AB minus 1 by last two terms YZ. Is it clear? I'll tell you with an example because it is very complex and also confusing. Okay, that's why I'll tell you with an example. Don't worry. First, suppose if you have four numbers, same ABC and so on, Z are in AP, 1 by ABCD and 1 by BCDE, 1 by CDEF and so on, 1 by WXYZ. What is this value? 1 by first and last, difference of these two, D minus A, into 1 by first three terms minus 1 by last three terms. This is the direct answer. But here, if you observe clearly from the first thing, in the first term of the denominator, the last term should be first value. Last term should be the first value. Similarly, in the second formula, last two numbers should be the first two numbers. And in the next case, last three numbers should be the first three letters. Then only these direct formulas are applicable. For suppose, I'll tell you with an example, 1 by 1 into 3 into 5 plus 1 by 3 into 5 into 7 plus 1 by 5 into 7 into 9 plus 1 by 7 into 9 into 11 plus 1 by 9 into 11 into 13 plus 1 by 11 into 13 into 15. This is the question asked in CGL 2019 Tier 2 exam. If they ask like this, then don't do multiplication and don't take LCM like this. Okay, then it takes a lot of time. So how do you solve this? First, observe the numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and all these numbers are in arithmetic progression with a common difference 2. And last two numbers of the first term are in the first two terms of the next. Here 5, 7 last two, here 5, 7 first two. Yes? Okay. Now, what is the final direct answer? 1 by first and last of the first term, 5 minus 1, that is 4, into 1 by first two terms, 1 into 3, minus 1 by last two, 13 into 15. So, this is the direct answer. So, take LCM and multiply with 1 by 4. What is the answer? So, whatever the answer you are getting, that is the correct answer. Okay. Very important models in the type 2 level of exam. Okay. Next thing is one of the most important and repeated models are also coming in this model. What are those? Whenever x plus 1 by x is a, then some value is given, then x square plus 1 by x square is always equal to a square minus 2. Square of this minus 2. And what is the value of x cube plus 1 by x cube? Cube minus 3a. A cube minus 3a. And if sum of these values is given, what is the difference of this value? X minus 1 by x. It is equal to square root of a square. Since minus kada, so here also minus 4. In the same way, I'll write down for x minus. For suppose x minus 1 by x is a, then all the values will be reversed like this. Minus becomes plus. Observe. Then x square plus 1 by x square is a square plus 2. And x cube plus 1 by x cube is a cube plus 3a. And x plus 1 by x, x plus 1 by x is square root of a square plus 4. These two are very, very important. Okay. If the particular value of a is given, for suppose a is 1, or a is 2, or a is minus 1, or a is minus 2, or a is root 3, then what happened? Those are also very, very important. Let's see. X plus 1 by x is 1, is minus 1, is 2, is equal to minus 2, is equal to root 3. Plus or minus root 3, whatever may be, plus root 3 or minus root 3. Then, whenever x plus 1 by x is 1, then x cube equal to minus 1. If x plus 1 by x is minus 1, then x cube is plus 1. If x plus 1 by x is 2, then x is equal to 1. If x plus 1 by x is minus 2, then x is equal to minus 1. If x plus 1 by x is plus or minus root 3, plus root 3 or minus root 3, then x power 6 is minus 1. These are very, very important. Okay. Next, if higher values are given, like x square plus 1 by x square is given some value, then how do you find out its lower degree, that is x plus 1 by x? It is equal to a plus 2 under root. And what is the value of x minus 1 by x? It is equal to a minus 2 under root. Okay. And next, in my channel, all the videos for the proofs for all these formulas are already told. But with all these things, I told you one table which is somewhat important for our exam. Okay. What is that? X plus 1 by x, relation between x plus 1 by x and x power 5 plus 1 by x power 5. If x plus 1 by x is 1, then x power 5 plus 1 by x power 5 is also 1. If it is 2, then it is 2. If it is 3, it is 123. If it is 4, it is 724. If it is 5, it is 2525. And if it is 6, it is 6726. And if it is 7, then it is 15,127. And if you observe the unit digits of x power 5 plus 1 by x power 5, it is equal to how much? It is equal to the value of x plus 1 by x. That is the thing I want to tell you so many times. Okay, because in the exam, if x power 5 plus 1 by x power 5 is equal to 6726, then find the value of x plus 1 by x. Means directly you can write the value of unit digit of this, that is 6 is the answer. Is it clear? So it is one of the important thing. Okay. Friends, again a small break. So circles lane manam mensuration 3D paid course kuda cheppadam jarigindi. So total 3D mensuration every topics chusara ikkada manaki prisms nunchi removal of earth prati topic wise practice problems ante concept cheptu next practice problems alane CGL 2011 to mains questions అలాంటి డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. సో ఓవరాల్ గా ఇది మనకి 40 వీడియోస్ లో చెప్పడం జరిగింది, సారీ 44 వీడియోస్ అండ్ 44 hours. ఓకే, అండ్ టోటల్ కాస్ట్ ఈస్ 500 రూపీస్. సో మొత్తం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎన్ని డిస్కస్ చేసామంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ కాకుండా 323 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అనేవి డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరిగింది. సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ 323 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ PDF మాత్రమే కావాలనుకుంటే దిస్ కాస్ట్ అబౌట్ 50 రూపీస్. అంటే మీకు ఓన్లీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ PDF క్వశ్చన్స్ విత్ కీ, ఓన్లీ కీ మాత్రమే ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది, సొల్యూషన్స్ కాదు. ఓకేనా? ఇవన్నీ కూడా టాపిక్ వైజ్ చెప్తున్నాం. అలానే మీకు టాపిక్ వైజ్ సెగ్రిగేట్ చేసి ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. అలా కాదు మీరు కోర్స్ తీసుకోవాలంటే 500 రూపీస్. అండ్ చూడండి, ఈ కోర్స్ తీసుకునే ముందు మీకు 11 డెమో వీడియోస్ ఉన్నాయి. పిరమిడ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ బై కటింగ్ ఆఫ్ క్యూబ్ అండ్ సిలిండర్స్ లో 2D to 3D ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్, and largest sprayer inscribed in a tetrahedron, cone formed by folding of a sector, and largest sprayer inscribed in a cone cone inscribed in a cylinder, largest cone inscribed in a sphere, and cutting of sphere, and last three are cuboid and cube in a hemisphere, and pyramid or cone drilled from a solid figure, and volume of the water that can just immerse the ball. These are the 11 demo videos I am providing you for free. ఈ వీడియోస్ అన్నీ కూడా మనకి మెయిన్ కోర్సులో కూడా చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. ఈ వీడియోస్ చూసి మీకు 3D మెన్సురేషన్ అవసరమా లేకపోతే ఈ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ మీకు తెలియవు అనుకున్నా కూడా ఖచ్చితంగా కోర్స్ తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకేనా? ఈ కోర్సులోని ప్రతి టాపిక్ కి అంటే సబ్ టాపిక్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వాటిలో 4 వీడియోస్ అనేవి ఉంటాయి. ఒకటి ఫుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్, దానికి సంబంధించిన కాన్సెప్ట్. ఇన్స్క్రైబింగ్ ఫిగర్స్, దిస్ ఈస్ ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ నౌ డేస్ 3D మెన్సురేషన్ లో. ప్రతి టాపిక్ కి చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అంటే ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అండ్ ప్రీవియస్ మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్. ఇలా 4 వీడియోస్ గా ప్రతిదీ చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫర్ సపోజ్ దట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఈజ్ మోర్, ఎక్కువ టైం తీసుకుంటుంది అంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ ని మళ్ళీ 2 వీడియోస్ లో చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. ఇలా ప్రిజమ్స్ కి, అంతేకాకుండా క్యూబాయిడ్స్ కి, క్యూబ్స్ కి, నెక్స్ట్ సిలిండర్స్ అనేది కొంచెం లెంతీ టాపిక్ కాబట్టి ఇట్ టుక్ 7 వీడియోస్. అండ్ పిరమిడ్స్ అండ్ ఆల్సో కోన్స్ కూడా కొంచెం లెంతీ టాపిక్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ స్పియర్స్ అండ్ హెమిస్పియర్స్ అండ్ ఆల్సో ఎక్స్ట్రా టాపిక్స్. అవి కాకుండా మనకి ఇలా ఎక్స్ట్రా టాపిక్స్ ఉంటాయి. రిమూవల్ ఆఫ్ సాలిడ్ ఫిగర్ అండ్ రేట్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్లో అండ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇన్ వాటర్ లెవెల్ అండ్ ఫిల్లింగ్ ఆఫ్ ల్యాండ్ ఆర్ సాయిల్ టేకెన్ ఫ్రమ్ ది సమ్వేర్. ఓకే, సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనకి ఎక్స్ట్రా టాపిక్స్ కింద ఉంటాయి. టోటల్ 44 పార్ట్స్ 44 వీడియోస్ లో మనం చెప్పడం జరిగింది. సో కాబట్టి ఎవరైతే ఈ 3D మెన్సురేషన్ డౌట్ ఉందో వాళ్ళకి బేసిక్స్ నుంచి ఫుల్ లెంత్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. కాబట్టి ఈ కోర్స్ ఖచ్చితంగా యూజ్ అవుతుంది. అండ్ ద టోటల్ కాస్ట్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ 500 రూపీస్. పీడిఎఫ్ మాత్రమే కావాలంటే 50 రూపీస్. ఈ 500 రూపీస్ కోర్స్ తీసుకున్న వాళ్ళకి 50 రూపీస్ పీడిఎఫ్ అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. ఓకే, ఎలా మీరు పర్చేజ్ చేయాలంటే లైక్ సర్కిల్స్ కోర్స్ లానే ఫోన్ పే కానీ గూగుల్ పే కానీ ఏ నెంబర్కి చేయాలమ్మా? సేమ్ నెంబర్ 9490882754 కింద స్క్రోల్ అవుతున్న నెంబర్ కూడా ఇదే. ఈ నెంబర్కి మీరు అమౌంట్ పే చేసి ఆ స్క్రీన్ షాట్ ని ఈ నెంబర్కి వాట్సాప్ చేయండి. అలానే మీ మెయిల్ ఐడి అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా ఇవ్వాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఓకేనా? సో మీకు మెన్సురేషన్ 3D అనేది చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్, ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ప్రిపేరింగ్ ఫర్ డిఓ మెయిన్స్ ఆర్ ఎస్ఎస్సి సిజిఎల్. Okay, now we'll go to the main video. Next, last topic in algebra, that is surds and indices. Surds and indices are powers and surds. So first we'll talk about surds. So what is surd? A power 1 by n or nth root of a, where n is an integer and a is a rational number. Okay, then this nth root a, if it is an irrational number, then we call it as a surd. So it should be an irrational number. Surd is always an irrational number. Square root of 4 is not a surd because square root of 4 is 2. It's a rational number, not an irrational number. Okay, so nth root of a, if the value of nth root of a is an irrational number, then we call it as a surd, where n is called radical power and a is called radicand and nth root is called as a radical sign. And we have some properties of surds like nth root of a into nth root of b is nth root of ab, and nth root of a by nth root of b is equal to nth root of a by b, and nth root of a whole to the power of m is equal to nth root of a power m. And one more thing, mth root of a is equal to mnth root of a. Next, mth root of a into nth root of a. This is important, I'll write down here. Nth root of a into mth root of a is not equal to mnth root of a. Please remember this. It is equal to mnth root of a to the power of m plus n. Mnth root of a to the power of m plus n. Not this. This is wrong. And one more thing. Sum or the difference or the product or the division of two surds may or may not be a surd. Okay, that is one more point in the surds. In the surds, you have to remember one point, that is a rationalizing factor or rational factor. So if I have a surd like this root a, then what is its a rational factor? Root a or 1 by root a. How can you say that one number is a rational factor to a surd? The product of those two numbers is equal to a rational number, then only we can say that it is a rational factor. First, suppose what is the rational factor for root a plus root b? It is equal to root a minus root b. If here minus, then here plus. Okay. Similarly, what is the rational factor? It is important. Cube root of a plus cube root of b. What is the rationalizing factor for this? It is very, very important. Cube root of a square minus cube root of ab plus cube root of b square. First, suppose if I have minus here, then you definitely have to put plus here. Okay. So this is about rational factors. And in the rational factors, one corollary I can tell you, whenever there is a number a plus 1 under root plus root a, then its rationalizing factor is root over a plus 1 minus root a, of course. Yes, not only this is a rationalizing factor to this, and it is also multiplicative inverse to this. What is the meaning of multiplicative inverse? Product of these two is equal to 1. Not only when I product of these two, it is not only a rational number, it is also equal to 1. That's why these two are rational to each other and also multiplicative inverse to each other. Okay. Next important thing is, how do you find out a square root of a surd? For suppose there is a surd 10 plus 2 root 21. You have to find out the square root of this. So in my videos, I already told you how do you find out a surd. So definitely a surd has, this is a surd. Okay, this surd has a real or rational part and irrational part. This is a rational part and this is irrational part. Okay, so the value of this surd definitely a surd which is in the form of root a plus root b. For suppose if I have plus, here plus. If I have minus here, then here minus. Okay. So if I take these values, how do you find out the values a and b? Sum of these values should be equal to rational part. Okay. And product of these two values equal to, not irrational part, is equal to, after cutting the 2, what is the remaining number? 21. So the product of these two numbers is equal to 21. A plus b 10, AB is 21 means what are the values of A and B? 7 and 3. So what is the answer for this? Root 7 plus root 3. I'll tell you with an example. One more example. Let's see. 7 minus 3 root 5. So it is somewhat difficult. Okay. 7 minus 4 root 6. 4 root 3. 7 minus 4 root 3. Okay. Clear? 7 minus 4 root 3. What is the square root of this? So what I tell you, if here I have minus, then definitely I'll get a surd which is in the form of root a minus root b. And it is a rational part which is equal to a plus b. And here we have a irrational part which is 4 root 3. But you have to cancel 2. 4 root 3 means 2 into 2 root 3. 2 is and 2 cancel out. So what is the 2 root 3 which is equal to the under root of 12. Okay. So under root of that number should be equal to product of the values. So a plus b is 7 and ab is 12. So what is the value of a and b? 4 and 3. Yes or no? 4 plus 3 7. 4 into 3 12. So what is the answer? Square root of 4 minus square root of 3. Square root of 4 means 2 minus root 3 is the correct answer. Sir, shall I take a is 3 and b is 4? Of course, but it is wrong. Why? If I take a is 3 root 3 and b is 4 root 4. Root 3 minus root 4 is always a negative number. but square root of a number is always a positive number but not a negative number. That's why you can't take A3 and B4. You have to take a higher value for A and lower value for B. Is it clear? This is about surds. And one more thing about order of the surds. That is the last point. Suppose there are three surds, like sum of the surds is given root A plus root B, root C plus root D, and root E plus root F. Three surds. And there is a condition which was given that A plus B and C plus D and E plus F are equal. Okay. And one more condition, product of these two AB, CD, EF follows a pattern like this: AB is greater than, CD is greater than EF, then definitely this the first surd root A plus root B is greater than root C plus root D is greater than root E plus root F. Whenever sum of these surds is given and sum of the values are equal, and based on the product of these values we can say the order of the surd. Which product is maximum, that surd is the highest. Which product is the least, that surd is the least surd. Okay, this is another important on the basis of sum. For suppose the difference of surds is given like root A minus root B and root C minus root D and root E minus root F is given, and also A minus B, C minus D and E minus F are equal. And one more thing he was given, that is AB is greater than, CD is greater than EF, then the reversal of this order, that is root A minus root B is less than root C minus root D and less than root E minus root F. What we are observing here, whenever difference of the surds is given and also difference values are equal and the product of the values which is more is the least surd, and the product which is least, that is the highest surd. So when we have plus, then when we have addition of surds, then the product which is maximum is the highest surd. In the subtraction of the surd, the product which is maximum as the least surd. I hope all of you understand this. Okay. Now I'll tell you some of the important models in the surds. That is, whenever some value y is equal to square root of x plus square root of x plus square root of x plus and so on infinite times. Okay. Then this value is equal to n plus 1 when the value x is equal to product of two consecutive natural numbers, n and n plus 1. If x is equal to product of two consecutive natural numbers, in the consecutive natural numbers, which number is more, that is the final answer. Okay, if x cannot be written as product of two consecutive natural numbers, okay, if we cannot write the x as product of two consecutive natural numbers, then the answer is square root of 4x plus 1 plus 1 by 2. Okay. First, suppose we have minus here, x square root of x minus square root of x minus square root of x minus and so on infinity. And if I write down x as product of two consecutive natural numbers, then the answer is n. That means the lesser one out of these two consecutive numbers, which one is lesser, that is the answer. And if I cannot write the x as product of two consecutive numbers, then what is the answer? Square root of 4x plus 1 minus 1 by 2. If here minus, here also minus. Okay, this is first important thing you have to remember. For suppose if I have alternate plus and minus, that is square root of x plus square root of x minus square root of x plus square root of x minus and so on infinity. Plus and minus, plus and minus. Then what is it, the value of this? Square root of 4x minus 3 plus 1 by 2. And alternate plus minus and starts with plus. Okay, for suppose alternate plus minus starts with minus, square root of x minus square root of x plus square root of x minus square root of x plus and so on infinity. Then what is the answer? Square root of 4x minus 3 minus 1 by 2. Here plus and here minus. Okay, so all plus and all minus and alternate plus minus starting with plus, alternate plus and minus starting with minus. These four are also important. Now multiplication of all this. Square root of x into 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 infinity. Multiplication, which is equal to x only. Okay, very funny question this is. For suppose it is not infinite times, for suppose it is finite times, square root of x into square root of x into square root of x into some n times, finite number of times, then what about this value? It is equal to x to the power of 1 minus 1 by 2 whole to the power of n. Is it clear? For suppose in the exam, if you have a problem like this, square root of 5 into 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 square root of 5. How many times you have 5? 5 times. So what is the answer? 5 to the power of 1 minus 1 by 2 whole to the power of 5. That's it. Okay. And last formula in surds and indices. Last formula, that is, if x is equal to root a plus root b by root a minus root b, and y is equal to root a minus root b by root a plus root b. Okay. So from this I can tell you some few formulas. Whenever x and y are like this, first one is product of these two is 1. Second one, whenever xy is 1, then I can write down one formula. What is that? 1 by 1 plus x power n plus 1 by 1 plus y power n is always equal to 1. Here n is a natural number. Okay. Next. Second thing, sum of the values x plus y is always equal to 2 times of sum of these values by difference of these values, a plus b by a minus b. And third formula, x minus y is equal to 4 into square root of product of the variables a, b and the difference of the variables. Okay, I can directly write down, and if you remember those direct values, very simple, because most of the questions asked from these models also. Okay, and next, last but not least, that is indices or powers. A power m, when a written as a into and so on m times or n times, then it is equal to how much? A power n. Yes or no? That's it. That is the difference between powers and surds. Okay, both are same. If a number a is multiplied by itself n times, then we call it as a surd, and a is called base and n is called index or power. So I'll tell you some of the few formulas which are very easy. A power m into b power m, that is ab whole to the power of m, and a power m by b power m is equal to a by b whole to the power of m, and a power m is equal to, a power m into a power n is equal to a power m plus n. A power m by a power n is equal to a power m minus n. Okay. Next, very important. Whenever a power m is a power n, if two surds are equal having same base, then definitely powers are also equal. If two surds having same power, then definitely bases are also equal. And one more thing, a power m whole to the power of n is a power mn. Okay. And last but not least, a power minus n is equal to 1 by a power n. It's inverse. That's it. So these are all the formulas regarding algebra. When you prepare algebra for SSC CGL 2019 exam or 2000 and for suppose in the next year, then definitely all these formulas are important. Not a single formula is not important. We can't say that. Okay, every formula is important. Okay, to watch the proofs for all these formulas, I already made videos in my channel, and you can watch all the videos from the playlist algebra. In my channel, if you see the playlist Algebra, you can watch problems and also concept regarding the topic algebra. Okay, thank you very much friends. All the best for your exams, and for more PDFs follow my blogs. One is iasmathematics.blogspot.com, and in this blogspot you will get PDFs for arithmetic. సో అర్థమెటిక్ సంబంధించి ప్రతి టాపిక్ కి కూడా మీకు క్వశ్చన్స్ విత్ సొల్యూషన్స్, రిటర్న్ సొల్యూషన్స్ అనేవి ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది, అండ్ ఆల్ PDFs ఆర్ ఫ్రీ. And another blog is sscpuremaths.blogspot.com. So in this blog you will get pure maths related PDFs. ఓకే, సో కాబట్టి ఈ 2 బ్లాగ్స్ అనేవి ఒకసారి విజిట్ చేయండి, PDFs ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకుని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి, అండ్ దోస్ ఆర్ సఫిషియంట్ ఫర్ నార్మల్ లెవెల్ ఎగ్జామ్స్. అంటే లైక్ SSC CHSL కానీ RRB NTPC ఇలాంటి చిన్న లెవెల్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ కి ఖచ్చితంగా సరిపోతాయి. బట్ SSC CGL మెయిన్స్ ఆర్ DAO మెయిన్స్ ఆర్ SI and కానిస్టేబుల్ మాత్రం you have to watch my videos full and also purchase some courses also. Thank you. Have a good day. Jai Hind.